our balls, the prediction hockey was right once again. Luffy is back and he just destroyed Zaru.
No.
Everyone is getting W's this chapter. Even Bonney finally catches a break where she meets the legendary Nika that her father spoke of. Give me a second, guys. I forgot to mute my notifications.
That's bait.
Anyways, things are looking great for the Straw Hats because Vegapunk...
Oh, here we go again.
Yusuf, what happened? I'm recording the review.
Where's Dragon said? Where is Dragon?
What do you mean, bruh? It's not revealed yet.
What, did you not read the final page of the chapter?
Yeah, of course I did. Bonney finally sees Gear 5 in the air. Great way to end the chapter. Oda cooked, bruh.
That's the second last page. In the final double spread, we see who came to Egghead Island.
What dragon was in the chapter?
No, it wasn't Dragon. It was the legendary giant duo who was sent by Shanks, Dorry, and Broggy, the captains of the giant pirates from Little Garden. They are here to take the Straw Hats and bring them to Elbaf.
This f***ed up my plan. This is f***ing bullshit. Okay?
Elbaf, but we all know they're going to the moon.
That's not happening. We talked about this. You gotta accept it. Stop being a delusional, Sid.
Everything that guy just says, bullshit.
Oh my god, Yusuf, you gotta lay off the gamer stuff. I know you got that 22% off with code AVD for the next 7 days, but you're dreaming up manga panels now. Let me go over the chapter, then you can yap on about these non-existent panels.
Do not attach any association of this to me whatsoever. I have nothing to do with such idiocy.
Anyways, even if Dragon isn't here yet, guys, Egghead has now officially become a war zone. All the Marines are hurrying to their ships as everything is on fire, but not this guy though, because he wants to put Luffy in chains. Sadly, this was not his lucky day because Gear 5 has been activated with the entire island shaking. Respect to that guy though. Bro actually thought this was his chance to put a Yonko in chains and move up the ladder. Oh my god. Meanwhile, Bonney, Atlas, and Kuma are still up in the air about to be bombarded with pacifista lasers. Everything is looking doomed. They fire the shot, but wait, that's not Bonney they just shot at it. They shot at the Marines.
What happened to the original plot of the movie?
Well, it turns out, guys, Vegapunk still has a heart because when we heard Bonney had become a pirate, he couldn't help but be frightened by the idea of a pacifista who looked just like her father killing her. So Vegapunk went out of his way to install a secret protocol within the pacifistas. He knew doing this would put his own life in danger, as if anyone discovered what he had done, there's no doubt they're gonna kill him. However, after seeing all that Kuma and Bonney had gone through, he couldn't allow her to go through yet another tragedy. Hence, Vegapunk gave Bonney ultimate authority over the pacifistas, even higher than the Gorosei. Although Vegapunk built all this tech, which is being used as weapons to oppress others by the world government, he isn't really a bad guy. His inventions will usher in a new age of prosperity for the world, from the food making machine to like the climate control machine to genetic engineering. All of that is going to save millions in the future. But in order to create all this tech, he had to make a deal with the devils in the world government, as without their funding and resources, he wouldn't have been able to achieve these advances. Heck, he created the pacifistas as a way to bring peace. That's why they're called pacifistas. It's the Gorosei and the government who are the bad guys for misusing this tech. But this simple authority Uno reverse card literally changes the balance of the entire world. Remember, now that the warlords have been shut down, the pacifistas are the ultimate assault force of the Marines and the world government. Realistically, it is only the vice admirals and admirals ahead of them. So now this 12-year-old girl has the power to swing the delicate balance of the world at her fingertips. But let's be honest, Bonney is probably joining the Straw Hat. Especially after realizing that Luffy is Nika, she won't leave his side. Okay, maybe not the Straw Hats, but at least the Grand Fleet. Meaning the Straw Hats will have more than just a Grand Fleet under their umbrella. Now, the first question in my mind after reading this was, of course, would this apply to the Seraphims as well? Because those guys were handling their own against Luffy, Zoro, Lucci, and Kaku, plus S-Hawk literally cut down a mountain and nearly made Blackbeard shit his pants. Luckily for the Marines, Vegapunk says that it's only the Kuma pacifista that Bonney has control over. However, let's not take these guys lightly, because just 2 years ago, pre-time skip, Luffy, Zoro, basically the entire offensive side of the Straw Hats crew was needed just to beat one of these guys. And now, these guys are even stronger. After Bonney sides with Nika, he will become the mightiest Yonko with his 5,500 member Grand Fleet and the Pascifistas. Who's gonna contest them? Nobody.
Sensational.
Of course, on the other side, Saturn is pissed. He just lost one of his major cards, so he stabs one of his legs right through Vegapunk's chest and he orders Kizaru to kill everyone. However, don't fear for Vegapunk because his brain is actually in Punk Records and he's simply in Antenna. So all this is doing is getting rid of Stella, one of the satellites, rather than Vegapunk himself. Even still, Frankie, being a huge fan of Vegapunk, of course he wants to emulate what his goat has just done. So bro jumps right into the action only to have a laser beam shot right through his chest. But all hope is not lost because the greatest cook in the entire world is about to serve us a meal. Woo, this is about to be so good. Alright, I cannot wait. Okay, so Sanji jumps in the air and blocks a laser beam from one of the admirals. Holy shit, okay. Okay, look. This was a heated moment. Sanji was focused on protecting Bonney, Atlas, and Kuma. You can't, like, really fault him for taking like, at least one beam, you know?
Come on, man.
Alright, you know, I can't. Bro didn't even defend him. I can't defend this no more. I glazed him for over a minute last week, and this is what we get? I'm truly disappointed by this. Like, how the fuck do you get hit by a no-name attack if you are in the monster trio?
It's ridiculous. It's obvious what's being done out here. It's on a nightly basis. I hope the world can see now what's really going on out here, because it's getting ridiculous.
We put all our stocks on your dumbass. Like, Zoro has fought a Yonko, an Admiral. Jinbei has tanked Akainu's attack, the man with the strongest offense, Devil Fruit, and he even tanked Big Mom, alright? Like, she couldn't even kill him. But Sanji, sorry, let's not even call him Sanji. He's Five-Anji, bro. But Five-Anji is about to drop on the floor over a no-name attack from Fraudzaru, bro. Oh my god.
I mean, my god! How much more can you stink?
With Sanji and Frankie down for the count, Kizaru rushes towards Bonney and Kuma to kill both father and daughter at the same time, but his hit doesn't land as Luffy, the real GOAT, the real non-fraudulent character in this entire goddamn series, Gear 5 punches the crap out of Kizaru. And instantly he turns the whole ground into rubber so that everyone can land safely, while he bounces up in the air in his iconic Nika pose. Bonney is of course shocked the most as she hasn't seen Gear 5 Luffy yet, but Vegapunk reveals to her that he is in fact Nika, causing her to recall the heartbeat song Kuma used to sing while dancing, which is the same rhythm as the drums of liberation. We have been waiting for this moment this entire arc, especially during the Kuma flashback. We've had Bonney searching for hope this whole time, and Nika was literally 5 feet away from her. Remember, all the power that Bonney was able to muster up when she imagined herself having Nika-like strength in the future. Well, just imagine the kind of future she could dream up for Luffy now. She doesn't have to guess what Nika-like strength is. She can give him Nika's strength, meaning we might see something truly crazy. For example, Luffy's debuff of having a time limit on Gear 5 where he gets turned into an old man, like that could completely be removed by Bonney. And it isn't just Bonney who is shocked by Nika, as even the ancient robot begins moving in tandem with Luffy's heartbeat, the drums of liberation freeing it from its slumber. This also confirms our Balls Deep theory that the robot is fueled by the Haki of Gear 5. With this robot being made during Joy Boy's time, the mechanics of it could be similar to the Buccaneer race, where Kuma, even though he should be unconscious, is still able to move and protect Bonney through sheer willpower. And when the robot wakes up, of course he's gonna carry them up to the moon. That's a no-brainer.
Sorry to disappoint you, Sid. The gang are not going to the moon because they're going to Albath. Time and time again, I've been saying that Egghead is the inverse of Shabodi, where the next destination from it was Fishman Island, which harbored ancient lore with Greek mythological inspirations, and the Sunlight Eve tree. As an inverse, the next destination from Egghead is of course Albath, where we will see the real entrance to Skypiea, paralleling the Straw Hats going up rather than down, along with the introduction of the Adam tree with another fable inspired inspired by Norse mythology this time around. To back this all up, as if everything else wasn't enough, we see a massive ship approaching the island. A crew said to have been disbanded a century ago, led by Dorry and Broggy. The giant warrior pirates have arrived and they are here to pick up Straw Hat Luffy, or as they put it, the Sun God. Due to Morgan, the news and depiction of Luffy's Gear 5 has rung its bell through the world. Everyone who once heard of Nika's legend has accepted his arrival. Elbaf is no exception and is amongst the countries who retained some history of the Void Century. This includes their traditions and respect for the Sun God. We even see this with the Winter Solstice Festival. But the question now arises, who sent Dorry and Broggy? Was it really Shanks? Or maybe King Loki himself? Or better yet, the Grand Fleet? Because if you guys forgot, Haruden, who is part of Luffy's armada, decided to form his new giant pirate crew. When he was a kid, he idolized Dorry and Broggy, so it wouldn't be a stretch to say they too are part of the Grand Fleet. But as hype as this is, it actually brings up a ton of questions. Firstly, will it just be these two, or does that mean Haruden, Bartholomew, and the rest of the Grand Fleet will be coming with them? Barto was said to have attacked Shanks' base in Elbaf, so if anyone else were to join, it had to be him. Nearly a decade of build-up could finally be brought as the Grand Fleet fulfills their promise and comes to Luffy in his time of need, with a moment that will shake the world. Now Sid, I know I clowned you that dragon isn't coming, but I have a confession. You see, Dorry and Broggy weren't the ones who destroyed the marine ship in chapter 1105.
Wait, hold up. What do you mean by that?
Don't give me hope.
Well, the end of chapter 1106 makes it clear that Dorry and Broggy are just another group who have arrived at Egghead from the northeast coast. In fact, the marines who notices the ship were surprised, and once they found out who they were, they began reporting back as soon as they could. However, in chapter 1105, the marines who had their ships destroyed already reported back to Kizaru, and they knew of the attacker, hence referring to them as they, meaning they're two different groups.
Holy shit, so Dragon is here! Oh my god, Dragon is here! Let's fucking go. He's coming next week, guys. Year of the Dragon is about to start. Let's go!
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it's Blackbeard. It's still Blackbeard.